Ajay.
Okay. We'll discuss traveling salesperson problem using branch and bound. We have already solved this by using dynamic programming, isn't it? Okay. Let's just try to solve it by using branch and bound. So, before starting with TSP, you should know what is an Hamiltonian cycle. So what is Hamiltonian cycle? So Hamiltonian cycle is a round trip path along n edges of the graph, given the graph G, and that's the cycle goes like this, that it visits every vertex once and returns to its starting position. Okay. The Hamiltonian cycle is nothing but a round trip path along n edges of the graph that visits every vertex once and returns to its starting position. Okay, so if you have graph like this, so what is Hamiltonian circuit? If we have a graph G with vertices and edges, then the Hamiltonian, so let this be a connected graph. It should be a connected graph with n vertices. So a Hamiltonian cycle is a round trip. Okay, it's a round trip path along n edges of graph G that visits every vertex once and it returns to its starting point, starting position. Okay, so it's a connected graph with n vertices. So if we have some graph something like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. So Hamiltonian, you can have how many Hamiltonian cycles you can have? Just check here. Start from one point and visit all the cities. So I can go to city 2, then to city 4, 5, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, and back to 1. This is one cycle. Likewise, which other cycles I can have? There can be many Hamiltonian cycles for a given graph. 1, 2, then 6, isn't it? 1, 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, back to 1. Okay, so this could be one cycle. One more, 1, 6, 2, 6, 2, then 5, 4, 3, and back to 1, isn't it? So these are three distinct Hamiltonian cycles. So it's a round trip that will have it's a round trip path along n edges of graph that visits every vertex once and returns to the starting position. We have we have visited the vertex once, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are returning back to 1. So this is one Hamiltonian cycle. The same way we have other two. So this graph contains these three distinct Hamiltonian cycles. Okay, and they are visited in order. The vertices of the graph are visited in order, and also the edges. And you should see to that all vertices are distinct except the first one and the last one, because they should form a cycle. First one and last one should be same. So this is Hamiltonian cycle. There can be graphs with no Hamiltonian cycle also. TSP is the one which will produce the shortest Hamiltonian cycle. Okay, so what is TSP? Finding the shortest Hamiltonian circuit is nothing but the traveling salesperson problem. Finding the shortest path in this innovated graph, that becomes the TSP problem, traveling salesperson problem. So what is traveling salesperson problem? To find the shortest Hamiltonian cycle or circuit, you can say, in a given graph. Given any graph, to find the shortest Hamiltonian circuit or cycle is nothing but your traveling salesperson problem. Okay. So let's start with finding how to find the shortest path, shortest Hamiltonian cycle in a given graph. Again, shortest, when it says it is shortest, you will come to know that it is a minimization problem wherein you will have to find the lower bound, isn't it? Shortest means the smallest. Smallest means the lower bound. So how do you calculate the lower bound? We calculate the lower bound by considering the sum of the distance from any particular city you choose to the two nearest cities. So if you choose one as suppose this is the graph. If this is the graph, so your how do you find the lower bound? Lower bound is calculated. Suppose you have weights associated with this. 1, 2, 8. Suppose 1. These are the different weights associated to reach different cities from A. So how do you find the lower bound? For this vertex, we'll consider the two nearest cities and take the sum of this. Again, likewise for 2, if at all, if 3 and 5. We'll consider the two nearest cities from 2, from 3, 4, likewise. Taking those and dividing by 2 will give you the lower bound. For example, let's consider a graph and try to find the shortest Hamiltonian cycle by calculating the lower bound. So let's take up this graph. So if this is the graph, so these are the different weights associated with each edges. 6, 5. This is 4. This is 1, 3. For the problem, whatever we had discussed yesterday, the solution will be 154. Okay, for yesterday's problem, whatever we discussed. Which problem was that? Yesterday we discussed Knapsack problem, isn't it?
Knapsack.
Yes, for that it is 154. Okay. So these are the, this is the graph. And how do I find the lower bound for this? Lower bound is equal to, lower bound is the sum of two nearest cities taken any vertex. So if you take A as a vertex, which are the two nearest cities for A? 1 and 3, isn't it? 1 plus 3. Then for next for vertex B, which are the two nearest cities? See, we can reach 4 different cities from B, among which we have to select two nearest cities. So 3 and 6, isn't it? 3 plus 6. Then for C, okay, here I write down, this is 2 and this is 3. Now, among these, so this is 6, B to C is 6. So 1, 6, 4 to smallest, 1 plus 2. From D, 3, 4, 5, 7. So 3, 4. 3 plus 4. Then from E, which are the cities? 2, 3, 8, 9. 8, 9. So among these, the smallest cities are 2 plus 3 divided by 2. So this will come to 4, 13 plus 3, 16 plus 7, 23 plus 5, 28 by 2, which is 14. Okay. So lower bound for the whole problem is 14. Now we have to consider the tours which start from A, and also as the graph is undirected, we consider only tours in which B will be visited before C. We will not take a tour which goes like this, A, C, D, like that. So we will consider only tours wherein we will visit B before C. Okay. Now let's start with the problem. So first the tour starts from A, and this is the 0th node, and we know that the lower bound for this will be 14. Okay, we have taken the lower bound as 14. Now let's consider the tours. So from A, I can go to B, isn't it? There are 4 paths. From A, we can reach B, D, C, and E. Okay, so we will just B we can reach, C we can reach, then we can reach D also, then we can reach E as well. Let's calculate the lower bound. As we have discussed, we will not consider this. We will consider only nodes where B is visited before C. Because it's a duplicate, I guess. So maybe we will not consider those. Okay. So let's visit the cities one by one now. Let's calculate the lower bound for A, B. So A, B. So lower bound for this will be, so let's consider, we have to reach B. So we have to take this. This is compulsory because we are moving to B. So this is compulsory. Other than this, which is the smallest edge from A, that we should choose. Isn't it? This is fixed. A to B is fixed. We are fixing that and trying to check the lower bound. So A to B is fixed. 3 among the remaining. We will always choose the smallest. So it is 1 plus 3. Again, from B, this is fixed. 3 should be selected. So among these 3, smallest is 6. So 3 plus 6 plus, from C it is 1, 2. And from D it is 3, 4. We should always take the smallest whole thing divided by 2. So it's same as this. So it comes to 14. So lower bound for this is 14. Okay, so let's try to calculate the lower bound for A, D now. So how to do this? A, D. So we have to fix choosing A to D. So this will be fixed. 5 is fixed. Which is the smallest among the remaining 8, 3, 1. So we are selecting 1 plus 5 now. We are selecting this path A to D. If I will take, what will be the lower bound? So 1 I have taken because a lower bound is calculated by taking the sum of 2 nearest cities. So 1 is fixed. So 1 more smallest city will be 1. From B it is 3 and 6. C 1, 2. D, this is fixed. So you have to take 5 and then among the remaining 3 is the smallest. So 3 plus 5. From E 2 and 3. Okay, by 2. So how much is this? This will come to 6 plus 9 15 plus 3 18 plus 8 26 plus 5 31 by 2 or 32 by 2. How much it is? Okay, so it comes to, we have to, if you will get, one more thing is, if the distances, when we divide by 2 and if all the distances are integers, we have to just round up the result to the nearest integer. We have to round up to the nearest integer. So we will round up to, this comes to 15.5 something, 31 by 5. So we'll round off to the next nearest integer. So it becomes 16. Okay, likewise, so lower bound for this will be 16. Now, A to E. We have to calculate for A to E. So we have to fix A to E now. A to E. See here, 8 I am fixing. Among the 3 remaining cities, we will select the shortest. So this becomes 1 plus 8. So B is same, 3 plus 6. And then we have from C 1 plus 2 and from D we know it is 3 plus 4. Now when it comes to E you cannot select 2 3 because this is already fixed. So you have to select 2 and 8. So 8 2 3 9 among which 8 is fixed, which is the next nearest among these 3 2. So we have to select 2 and 8. Whole thing divided by 2 will come to 19. Okay, so lower bound for this will be 19. So we always move with the most promising node. So we will just take up this and move forward. This we will not calculate, just we will move forward by considering this optimal tool to calculate the optimal tool. Okay. Now, so you all know how to calculate this, isn't it? So I'll just rub this off and we'll move on here. So this is the node from which we can start now. So we will just try with this now. AB we have fixed now. Which is the path we have fixed now? A to B, 3. 3 is fixed. Now from we have reached here. From B we have to choose the smallest city next. Okay. So what are the options available for us? We can go to C from B that we have fixed now. So we have fixed AB. So first we'll calculate. We can also calculate the lower bound. By reaching D, ABD we will take, and also we can calculate the lower bound. AB is fixed by going for E. Among these three, we'll select the one which will give you the least lower bound. So AB, E. Okay. Okay, AB is fixed now. Smallest, it's according to the lower bound. This is smallest city now. ABC we have reached. Now we will just check from B which city we can go to next. Like whether B, D or E. We'll calculate the lower bound for it. Okay, lower bound for ABC, ABD and ABE. So if we will just check, I'll write down here lower bound for A, B, C. I'm checking for A, B, C. Now AB is fixed. I cannot disturb AB. So from A, which is the nearest city again? 1, and this is fixed 1 and 3. 1 plus 3. From B, this is already there. So 3 is already there. Now we are fixed this B to C now. B to C we are fixing. So 6. Okay. Then from C if you will take, now this is fixed. 6 is fixed. So we have to take 6. And among the remaining 2, 4 and 1, the smallest one. Okay. Then D, 3 plus 4, and from E we have 2 and 3. Whole thing divided by 2 will give you 16. Okay. Okay, what we are doing is we are just fixing the nearest cities from B. You have to take 3 because already and this is the one we are trying to fix. A to B is already fixed 3. Among 6, 7, 8 we cannot select the small. This is fixed now. B to D is fixed. So we will take B to D only. Now from C you know that this is fixed B to C. Okay. So we have, this from C, B to C. Now we are trying with B to D. So C is free now. So we can choose 1 and 2, smallest path. Now when it comes to D, this path is fixed. You cannot select 4, 3 here because BD is fixed. So 7 is compulsory. So remaining 5, 4, 3, you have to select the smallest. So you will select 3 here. Okay. Then from E we have 2 and 3. Whole thing divided by 2 will give you how much? Again it gives you 16. Right? In the same way with E. A, B and E. Lower bound. So 3 is already fixed. So from A to 3 is already fixed, and we can check. We will take smallest 1 plus 3. Now from B, 3 is already fixed. Now which path I am taking? B to E. So B to E, here I have 9. B to E, I have a path 9. So I'll take that. Now C we can take as it is. D also 4, 3 because we are trying to fix the value of E now. From E we have to take 9 and Among the remaining, the smallest is 2. Okay. The whole thing divided by 2 will give you 19. It comes to 37 by 2. We will round off. We will get 19. Okay. What we did is, first we tried going to B. From A, check box. We have a path for D, we have a path, and for E also we have a path from B. So we just fixed those edges and calculated the lower bound, and we got these lower bounds. Among this, we'll move further. We'll select both because both are same. We will move further by selecting both. And we will check. So this was 19. It will be 19. Now we'll move further by considering the parts now. What we do is, we go to D next. There is a path to D and E from C. Okay, so we will say okay. So what we do is A, B, C, if I go to D, then I'll be left out with only this one cycle. Okay. After reaching C, C is also fixed. Now we are, if we will reach D, we will be left out with only one vertex, which is E, and we can return back to E. That is one more. We can go to more cycle. Okay. Likewise, if you will take this, A, B, D. I can go to C, E, and then back to A. I can reach C, then I'll be left out with E, back to A, or else I can just take this path also, and I will A, B, D. I can go to E, then to C. You should try to understand, okay? See, and then back to A I can go. So these are cycles I have. So I have these options. I can go to A, B, C, D, E, and A, or A, B, C, E, D, A, or else if I take this path A, B, D, A, B, D, C, E, A, or A, B, D, E, C, A. So these are the 4 Hamiltonian cycles I have. Among this, I will try to find the shortest, nothing but your traveling space. I am trying to find. Now we'll calculate the lower bound for these. Okay, so we just try with the first one. Of this one we will see A, B, C, D, E and A. So for this, lower bound is, now see here, A to B fixed, we have 3 already. Then I can take E to A here. Here only I can just look and just write down here. E to A only I should take. E to A is 8. Then B to C. From B, if we will try to take the paths, it should be 1 to A and 1 to C. What is A to B? 3. What is B to C? It is 6. Then from C, 1 to B. So one path will be for B and one path will be for D. Here only I can just check and write down here. See here, B to C is 6, C to D is 4. Then if I will take D, one path for C, so 4, and one more path for E, which is 3, isn't it? Then if I will take E, one path for D, it's behind, so 3 plus one more path to A, which is 8. So this is a lower bound. So if we will check this, you will get 24. 48 you will get, divided by 2 will be 24. See, when you come to the final stage, it becomes easy. From A, you can go to B and E. From B, you can go to A and C. C, B and D. D, C and E. And when it comes to E again, D and A. Those are the paths. So we have taken those paths and calculate the lower bound. And we got it as 24. Likewise for this A, B, C, E, D and A. What is the lower bound for this? We have to go to B and D. This is a cycle. One path for B, which is fixed, and one more path for D. A to D, 5. A to B, sorry. Yeah, D to A, which is 5. A, B, sorry, which one? A, B? B, C, D, E, A. A, D, C, E, A, A, B, D, E, C, A. Okay, yeah. Not it. Okay, we will calculate here. So it comes to 19. Let's calculate. Let's check. Okay, 1 for B. A to B is 3 and this is 5. Okay. Then 1 A and one more to C, which is 6. From C, 1 to B, that is 6. And one more to E. To E, we have 2. Then from E to C, so it is 2 and 1 to D. From E to D, it is 3. And again, from D, it is 1 to E, which is 3, and one more to A, which is 5. The whole thing divided by 2, 8 plus 9, 17 plus 8, 25 plus 5, 30, 38. 38 by 2 is how much? 19. Okay, so 19 we have it here. Likewise, if we will calculate for other two, so it is A, B, D, C, E and A. So bond for this will be, look in here and just 3. 3 plus 8, isn't it? See here A to B and A to E. Then B to A, we know. B to D is how much? According to the graph, B to D, B to D is 7. So we will write down that B to 7. Then B to D is plus D and 4 plus 2. Just look into the graph here. D and C to E. Then we have finally to A to E. If you will see A to C is 1. If you will look into the graph, A to C is 1. A to C is 1. So 1 and one more path is A to B, just 3. B to A is 3 and B to D is how much? B to D is 7. Just look into the graph. Now, B to D is how much? 7. D to E is how much? D to E will be 3. Which you should have the graph beside and you should check. Then we have E to C and D to E. So it will be 4 plus 2 and then you have C to A and C to E. So it will be 2 plus 8. Sorry, it's not that. Here. So we will have 2 plus 3 and 2 plus 1. Okay. So, and this is 2. So when we calculated, this is our first 2 and this is inferior to this and which is both are equal. But we have our idea here is to select the optimal tool. Which, okay, we got to know how we calculate. Let us check fixed root and the next shortest path. Okay, that's how we will just calculate the TSP using branch and bound.